Tamicia Marie, and I teach you why communication is actually key. I use my communications degree to break down pop culture phenomena, dissect common relationship issues, and give advice on self-development. Today's episode is going to be about third wheel friendships and how to navigate that when your friend gets a significant other. I'll be referencing a blog post written by a Washington Post writer. So without further ado, let's get into it. So as you already know, you have your best friend, one of your really close friends, and you guys do everything together. You go shopping, you get food, you hang out with each other, you just chill. And all of your free time is probably spent with them. All of their free time is probably spent with you. And then they get a significant other, and it throws, it throws a wrench into what you guys have going on. You or your friend now has to split time between your significant other and their time with you. They no longer are able to do everything with you if you guys had a relationship like that. Or their significant other wants to tag along to the things that you do. So you might have to actually delegate time without your significant other, or tell your friend, hey, can it just be us today? And when that happens, you might be thinking like, wow, everything has changed and our friendship isn't gonna be the same again. Here are some tips to mitigate those issues. The first is creating boundaries. So now that you or your friend might have a significant other, they're probably gonna ask you to have trio hangouts. And when you're on those hangouts, there might be some PDA, and it just makes it uncomfortable because those kinds of things didn't happen before. So you have to learn how to say no, like, no, I'd rather, not go with you guys to X, Y, and Z, you have your fun. Actually, instead of, hanging out with you guys, blah, 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 how about we do something together next weekend, So saying no and then finding a way to advocate for yourself so you still get to see your friend, you still get to communicate your boundaries and see your friend. And when navigating this experience, it's actually common to feel like the third wheel because your friendship has been repositioned. Things that have only been you two now accommodate a third person. And even though the significant other is really the third person, you're actually the third person now, which definitely changes your relationship. The second step is figuring out if you're actually jealous or not. So you may feel like this third wheel in the negative sense. Although we know feeling like the third wheel is normal, we have to figure out if you feel jealous and where that jealousy comes from. So do you feel like you only have one friend and now that they're spending time with someone else, you're kind of jealous of the significant other? Did you actually have a crush on your friend or the significant other, and now that they're a pair, it bothers you? Just figure out if there's any hostility that you're feeling towards your friend or their significant other and why that's occurring, so then you can move to the next step and create boundaries, which will actually help you be able to navigate your friendship in a more healthy and positive way. When creating and maintaining your boundaries, it's really important to be aware and communicate your expectations for the other person and receive and be able to receive their expectations of you. So how much time can they give to you? How much capacity do they have for you now? And how much do you have for them? It's really important to have things being reciprocal and going both ways so your friendship doesn't deteriorate simply because there's another person involved. Allie from the Washington Post actually says that she enjoys being the third wheel in her friendships, and she actually injects herself into dates that her friends are on. And while this might be an interesting angle to take on for her and something that she enjoys, I think that that phrasing sounds a little odd, It's like, I don't want to be intruding on anyone's space. I don't want to be interjecting myself in a situation where I'm not wanted. But let's just see what Allie is saying. Let's just see where she's going with this. Allie says there's this thrill that comes with injecting herself into her friends' relationships. She can live vicariously through them. She can go through the awkward first date processes through them, get through all the weird dates and get to hear the stories through them without actually experiencing any of it herself. She says she can go to and fro these relationships as she pleases. This is a no strings attached dating situation for her. Dating from a distance, as she likes to say. But it's not in the sense that she's dating her friends. It's just that she gets to experience, being a part of a union, a coupling, without actually being a part of it. She still says that she has a place and a role even within, her friendships now. She's the designated driver, or she's the single friend who's bringing really funny stories to the table. She's just bringing something different. She still has a role even within the relationship that complement what her two friends are bringing to the friendship now. And it's really good to note that her friends actually enjoy her being there. So you want to be around people who actually enjoy your presence still. So instead of being like, ugh, why is Allie always here? They're like, no, we love you. Come hang out with us. Please do. It's not weird. So her friends are adamantly including her just as much as she wants to include herself. So I think that the title of her blog is a little clickbaity because she's like, I'm injecting myself, when actuality, she's putting herself in an environment where people want her, and it works out to her benefit, it works out to their benefit. She notes that hanging out with her friends in this capacity helps her realize everything that she's actually bringing to the table. So her humor, her spontaneity, her excitement, her compassion, all these characteristics about herself that her friends are noticing and that her friends appreciate, she's realizing she has within herself. And even though she's not dating someone right now, that doesn't mean that she'll be alone forever, because if her skills, qualities, characteristics, all those things are being appreciated by other people, it's just a matter of time before she meets someone else who wants to pair up, who wants to couple with her in a romantic way, that will appreciate all those same things her friends do. So if you're in that situation where, you feel like all your friends are coupled up and you're just a single friend, please don't see that as a negative or like something's wrong with you. You have amazing qualities, which is why you have amazing friends, so many of them, and the quality of them. It's just not your time yet. It's just not your season yet to be with someone, but that doesn't mean that they're not coming, You have to be so... And this isn't to be like, you need to be so confident, because Allie's confident, but she's not thinking about, trying to get a relationship from like a place of like desperateness. She's not like, I need to be in, a romantic, like she's not feeling like that. She's like, I love my friends. I love hanging out with my friends. And I know that I'm bringing, a lot to the table. And when it's my time, I'll bring that to my romantic table. Right now, I'm at my platonic table and I'm loving it. So just love the season that you're in. Love your friends, while you have all the time to give to them, because you too will be paired up, and then, you'll have to start scheduling to see your friends instead of just being able to sporadically pop up, like things like that. So that's just like my little tidbit to say that enjoy your singleness. There's nothing wrong with you. You're amazing. You have beautiful qualities.